you know, in America in the early 1800s or whatever, you'd constantly be getting in duels with people. And like you'd be in Parliament and have a fight with someone. Like imagine that happening now. Like, and yeah, you challenge someone to a duel. Like I think Andrew Jackson, one of the presidents who wasn't a very good person, I'll just say that up front. He got in like 50 duels in his life or something.
He deserves to survive if he's done that.
One of them, he just stood there. The guy shot at him. He missed, and so he just took heaps of time, lined him up, and just shot him in the head.
Can you imagine standing there waiting for that?
The honour. You have to do it because of the honour. Yeah, what different world.
System 1 really has that focus on what it knows or what it can see. And this is where he leads into this sort of concept of, was it WYSI?
Yeah. What you see is all there is.
Yeah, what you see is all there is.
That's actually a really good way to summarise System 1 because, and he refers to that heaps of times throughout the book using one of his things he says that if you repeat things long enough, it sticks with people. He keeps going back to what you see is all there is, and that's the System 1 way, is that inputs are coming in, and you know, if you see a person walking down the street that's really slow and then someone asks you how long it would take to run 100 metres, you're likely to say a longer time because you've just had that input and your brain substitutes the harder question for an easier question.
The challenge with all of these sort of psychological orientated books is bringing them into the sort of day-to-day is sometimes just an awareness of their existence.
Yeah, it's such a positive thing to just even know about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, putting the systems in place that go, hang on, we might need to look at this a different way and trigger System 2. That's kind of how you deal with it. You're not going to ever stop them from happening, and that's a key takeaway, is that these things will happen. There's nothing humanly possible for you to do, because you are a human, to stop them happening to you. But you can put things in place that remind you or have a different decision-making protocol for certain types of things that really allow you to deal with it.
You know the cold cup experiment?
No.
You know, where they basically, the experimenters are sitting in this town square somewhere and they get passers-by to hold this cup. Now, in some instances, the cup had, I'm going to do a very short version of this, the cup's got some warm coffee in it, you know, hot coffee in it. And in other instances, it's a cold cup, like it's got a bloody iced coffee in it. And there was correlation between those that had the cold cup given to them, having a far more negative lens of the world when answering a questionnaire that followed holding the cup, versus those that were holding the warm cup. You know, they had a positive, and they were very sort of neutral questions. Yeah. And there was opportunity to sort of lean either way. And there was a major trend between those that simply were anchored to or primed, I should say, towards the warm versus the cold.